I've always been a Volkswagen lover since high school.
We like to call this a family event. We have a coloring contest for the children. We have a banana eating contest for the children. We also have a Hot Wheels racing competition for the children. They all get very nice plaques, t-shirts, awards, and things such as that. We want to make it a family event. We want folks to come out here and spend the day, have a picnic, buy a hot dog, eat some barbecue, spend the day with the family and not have to go, to the crazy mall or to the crazy, park. Come out here to the crazy Volkswagen park, spend some time with other Volkswagen enthusiasts, and just really, have a great day.
What brings you out here?
Well, I'm just getting back into the VWs again. I've got a 75 Super that I'm trying to put back together. Eventually I'll put floors in it because that might be nice. And looking for parts now. Kind of back in the game after a lot of years of being out of it.
What's the big draw for you with VWs?
My first car was a 74 Volkswagen Beetle. And I drove it for quite a few years, loved the car, eventually bought a 914, which I still actually have. And just was looking around, I wanted to get another Beetle. I just like them.
I wanted to come because I just purchased me a new Beetle 2004 convertible. I named her Betty Boop, and I was just so interested in coming out here and looking at all the new Beetles.
Tell me about the vehicle here.
Well, I've been out of the circuit VW community for about a couple decades, and this car was featured back in Hot VW's 1990 February issue, and I'm just bringing it back out. I made some changes, but I'm just getting back into the VW community.
What is the fascination? Was it because you just love the look of this, you wanted to have this particular VW, or how did that all come about?
Yeah, well, when I got into VWs from my best friend, Darren Galbiso, I came up with my own theme. I seen other cars here, I seen other cars there, colors, style, what kind of rims and so forth. So with all that, I just kind of brainstormed and came up with my own theme.
Had the opportunity to meet a gentleman came here from Angels Camp, California. It's called San Andreas, and he's 91 years old. Drove his 1960s Ghia here to be at the show today. We've got some kids driving in today that I know had just obtained their driving permit. So we go from one end of the spectrum to the other with old cars, new cars. We have water pumpers and air-cooled cars out here. And gosh, like I said, there's just people from all ages that enjoy Volkswagens, and we do this every year, and love every minute of it.
I drove a 1970 Type 2 bus panel all the way down. I bought it and hasn't ran since '78, built it in 2 months, and drove 180 miles here.
So what do you think of the van?
Oh, I love it. It's an ultimate camper. You got a queen size bed in the back, no windows, it's nice and dark. You don't really see panel vans, and I like the uniqueness of them and original paint.
when I first saw it, it was just this is something that I envisioned as a kid. You know, like this is what I would have wanted. And when I saw that Mark had built it, I said, "Wow, I don't know how in the hell he got into my brain, but he did, and he built the car that I would have loved." And then when it came up, I said, "Okay, I'll take it. It's mine." Pretty much.
You're going to be a VW owner for life then. I mean, it's a strong draw you have with VW.
It's already there. It's already there.
So it's a 1968, and we bought it about 8 years ago. It's just been kind of a project that my husband and I have been working on. We started off with getting the wheels powder coated, and that's kind of how we went along with the color scheme. I've always wanted to do something that has flames, and so we kind of incorporated the color into the flames, starting with the pearlized white for the whole color, and then we had the flames done by an artist there at the shop that we went to.
So it really is a reflection of your personality to some degree then.
Yeah, I kind of call it the Barbie car, just something fun.
Bought it in 1970. Paid $2,300 for it. Had it ever since. I've gone through the motor twice. Put 230,000 miles on it. Drove it to work 50 miles round trip. It was a family car.
And I take it you wanted to bring it back to
Original. I had to pay $30 extra for the pop-out windows, rear windows. Other than that, $30 a month payments. I used to fill it up for $2.50.
It's a 74 Super Beetle that had been wrecked in the front, and I turned it in basically into a teardrop trailer.
And so it matches the other.
Yeah, it matches my 69.
So how did you come up with this concept?
I've always liked camping, and then kids are finally moved out, and now I can get back into camping.
What kind of reactions do you usually have when people see what you have rolling down the road?
A lot of thumbs up, a lot of like, oh my God kind of look, but all positive.
You know, I love that car, you know, okay. When I bought that car, it's not like that. I put a lot of money, a lot of time. Sometimes I met with my wife. You know that, you know the ladies. But, you know, I like this thing. She likes something out, I'm gonna, okay, whatever you want over there, leave me alone right here with my car, you know.
The car has a lot of personality.
Oh yeah, that's personality. I went over those cars since I was probably like 12 years. Now it's time, my age, I have to enjoy with my cars. I got two cars, that one and 1957 Bel Air. But this, you know, when I'm going to be retired.
I'm a big Simpsons fan, and the first time I saw it, I said, oh, it's the color of Marge Simpson's hair. So I told my boyfriend, Brian Peters, to buy it, and he bought it and did the project for me. And I got to pick all the colors for her and everything. And this one fender was, it had been in an accident or something before, and so it had a primer gray fender on it. And so he painted it blue to match the car, and I painted Marge Simpson on the side because Marge is my girl. And so that's why I made everything go with the Simpsons theme. So.
Have you owned VWs prior to this one?
No, I have not. And my cousin had one years ago when we were in high school, and I always loved it. And I said, someday I'm going to have one of those, and now I do.
Had it for like 3 years now. It's a 1971 Fastback. I started all the way from the bottom. We done almost everything.
So have you owned VWs prior to this one?
Oh yeah, I'm a fanatic. Yeah, I got a 63 too, Bug, and a convertible. I love Volkswagen.
What do you like most about Volkswagens?
The gas smell.
Well, we bought it used in 1975. It was about 9 years old then. And we've had it in the family ever since then. It's kind of an heirloom.
And so you've done some updating, restoration, or what have you done?
I did a complete restoration starting in 2001, and it finished about 2006. About 5 years worth of labor involved in it.
And what do you like best about your vehicle?
All of it. It's mine.
I have a 72 that I've owned since I was 17.
And what's the big draw about having a VW for you?
Just parts. Hard to find parts.
It's a 72 Squareback. I bought it in December of 2020. And when I bought it, it was kind of how you saw it now, but the guy had he spray painted like a plasti dip all over it, red. Buffed it out, got the paint shining again, lowered the front another notch, cranked down on the rear a little bit, added the visor, the light eyelids. And that's basically all I've done to the car so far. Replaced a couple electrical components in the engine just to make sure she was, you know, can get me around town. Other than that, that's it. She's still kind of a running project.
Have you owned any VWs prior?
Prior, no. When I was a kid, my brother had a '74 Superbug, and that kind of sparked my interest in the VW world. I was always drawn to it, you know. I mean, I always had cars that I worked on, whether it be a Honda or an old Monte Carlo and all that, but just something about the Volkswagen family and just people in it, it's really, you know, wholesome, inviting, welcoming, and it's just nothing like it.
You know, I'm here with my son today. A lot of other guys out here got both of their sons and daughters out here. All the kids love Volkswagens. They put a smile on your face. You look at the front of a Volkswagen bus, and what does it have? A big smiley face on it. They're coming out with a brand new bus, apparently in 2023 from Volkswagen. You know, hopefully that'll spark some more joy for people. And let's face it, as us car enthusiasts get older, it seems that new hobbyists aren't as affectionate as we used to be. You know, we loved cars. That was our lives. And kids these days have so many different outlets for their social media and things such as that, where we had our cars in the driveway at our folks' house to go out and wrench on cars and get greasy all night, then go drive them, you know. And kids these days, they communicate many different ways and not by getting an old car and having fun.
Growing up in Hawaii, my first car was a Volkswagen, and it just became a passion of mine till the day of today. So the Aloha spirit is what created this car.
Tell me about some of the work you put into this.
Oh, well, I can honestly say I get countless hours. I did 90% of the build myself, aside from the upholstery and the glass. Everything else was done by me. Body, paint, wiring, whatever. Aside from my friend James Collins, helped me build the motor.
And so I take it gives you great joy to show this off.
Absolutely, the fruits of my labor, right?
I just picked it up about 2 months ago. It's a 1967 single cab. There's a history with it. It was with another vehicle, a double cab, and they've stayed together for years. They were built one behind the other on the assembly line. And this guy I bought it from just recently split them up. So I would like to have the double cab too, but I'm happy with this one. It's all stock. It's probably 90% original paint on it. So it's a survivor.
Anything in particular that drew you to this particular model?
It's a last year split window bus, first year 12-volt system, and I just like having splittings. I sold one and had to buy another one, and I've always wanted a single, and this one come available, so I just bought it.
The versatility, or are certain things you like about having this?
What I like about it is because it's got all this patina on it. It's usable. You know, it's not too nice, but it's nice enough to enjoy. I can still use it, haul stuff in it, put stuff in the back of it. With the double cab I had, it was totally restored. I couldn't use it, so I sold it. I like it like this. I like being able to use the thing, drive it wherever you want to do with it. And I don't worry about somebody getting in it, you know. It's just one of them things. If you're into Volkswagens, this is the thing to have. Besides the bus we have a bus and we have a 50 Bug, and so we're kind of Volkswagen people.
So this is my 67 Volkswagen Bug. It was a custom built just for me. It's my dream car, and I had it fully restored from the ground up just to my personal taste.
And what do you like best about it?
So probably my favorite thing about my car is the color. The color's my favorite, and probably the most favorite thing is the friends and the social circle that I run in with my Volkswagen.
Well, it's kind of nice. It's just nice to see the people and talk with them. And the price is just, I guess, the cream on top of everything.
This is a father-son project that we did over the last year and a half, and we're really happy it came out so good.
Well, it's been an 8-year project, but we got the last final details done, I think, yesterday. And I've just been practicing how to drive it for the past 3 days. So sometimes not so smooth, but at least I got it here.
Feels good, you know. I feel good because there was a few nice ones on this side.
It feels good, you know.
Feels great.
Feels great. Total surprise? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. There was a lot of competition.
Represent a lot of work here?
Yes, 2 years to build it. It started out as a 69 Volkswagen Beetle.
A lot of work went into this?
Yeah, well, I actually didn't build it. We bought it like this, but it's still an honor to have it.
Really big honor, you know, just coming out here, enjoying a good time with your friends and seeing all these new cars, having them like what you built and stuff like that and vote for you. You know, it's just always a good time. It's an honor to accept that type of award when your peers judge for that. really good. It's a really good time, good show, good people.
Actually, I started with a whole lot more. It was a 69 body I've had for about 10 years, and then a 69 pan that I had sticking around. And during COVID, I thought, you know what? I got these parts, I got to build something. And so this is what came out of it. It's my COVID-19.
Everyone loved the car. I always enjoy seeing people's reaction to the cars.
Love it. Excited.
Good job, Dennis. Good job.
Volkswagen Hot Rod.
It's always good that the NOS group always share their aloha, man. I am just so honored. It's always great.
Well, I just want to thank everyone in our club that participates, all of our great sponsors we have. This doesn't happen with all the great people that do this. You know, old, new, near, far, you know, we all get together and have a good time for a weekend.
Well, it reminds me of when I was a kid in high school, and I just like the makes and the buses and the Beetles, and it's just a cool car.